quick question is that the early Mormons used to practice polygamy.
Yes.
So they had plural marriages, they had more than one wife. But today I think it's only a minority of Mormons that practice that today. So could you just in a nutshell, just in a minute, tell us why don't Mormons practice polygamy any longer today?
It is for a political reason, because it is not allowed in America to live in polygamy. And the Mormon Church was many times persecuted because of that reason, because in the USA you cannot have 2 or 3 wives. So it is two kinds of Mormon church. You have to understand. As you said, one of the church, okay, let me make it very, very short, because you have to understand that, okay, Joseph Smith, so the first who established that church, when he was killed. And when Joseph Smith died, his wife, Emma Smith, had a son from Joseph Smith. So this Emma Smith, his wife, said, my son, from the bloodline, will be the next prophet. So they were. So the church had a big separation. One party said, no, we're going to follow the son of the prophet, and the other said, no, the prophet anointed Brigham Young. Brigham Young, they have also university, it's very well known in the USA. So Brigham Young will be the next leader, the next prophet. Now, who went with Emma Smith, they practice the same as it was. Even today, they can call themselves the real Mormons, because in their book it's standing that's an eternal law for polygamy. That's an eternal law. Even the Jews was given, they could have romance, and the Muslims, this law is not new. So that's what they say, it was given to us, and this law is eternal. Now, because of political issues, because the Mormons were not welcomed in anywhere except shortly, so that they can spread out, they had to have, and they were forced from the governors and from the government to stop that polygamy. So the bigger church, who calls themselves the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, today they don't practice polygamy. But the other Mormons, they still do. So I don't know. I don't know if you say something to me that Allah revealed that to me and it's eternal. So who you are, man, as a prophet, that you question that and you change that. So that's a bid'ah. That's a bid'ah against. So they contradict themselves. If they say that's an eternal revelation to us, eternal means that in the future and forever, until we will be here on earth. So who you are that you changing that? So it's really a contradiction. It is one of the contradictions in their religion.
Another question that is also perhaps politically charged is the Mormons had a certain policy about black priests, so that blacks were excluded from the priesthood. And I mean, just so you know, I've asked a couple of other Mormons about this. And usually the type of justification or rationale that they gave was that this was the situation at the time. This was the situation in America at the time that people wouldn't have accepted the black priest. But there were other groups and other religions. Yeah, there were other groups and other religions in which you could have black leaders. And this teaching was only revoked in 1978. So I know that before 1978 they would have been black imams even in America. So why did this change come so late? Why was it there in the first place that blacks were excluded?
Okay, it is very shameful and try to cover the Mormon church. The Mormons, they say, Brigham Young came out with that statement, with that hadith, they say, his sayings. So Brigham Young said once, and may the brothers forgive me even that I say that. Brigham Young, that the prophet said that the black people, they were cursed from Allah. So Cain, who killed his brother Abel, he was marked with a black skin, and they will never go to the highest heaven as the white people. They never will have the same privilege and kindness and mercy from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as the white people. They said that this curse will go on until black people will have this earth. They are not worthy to have the priesthood because their race are cursed. So that was the statement. What it came out from Brigham Young, which is a lie, of course, because Noah, according to their book, one of his wife was black. So if Allah would not keep the black race, why Allah would give Noah a wife to survive the black race? So that's totally contradicts this statement what came out. And then because of political reason, they in 1978.
And this will be the last question, and then we'll go for prayer. Just to connect Mormonism with Islam in some way. A long time ago, a friend of mine, and I don't know what proof or reference he had, but he said that Mormons, and he also mentioned Jehovah's Witnesses, he said their missionaries have been told to not spend too much time on Muslims. Like, so if you knock on a Muslim's door and the Muslim starts debating with the Quran and stuff like that, just, sort of leave them alone. So is this just a rumor? Is this a Muslim rumor? Is this correct or no comment?
As I said, I'm very respectful for the Mormons, and I still have friends. So even that videotape will sound ignorant, but I'm not ignorant. I still love them for the sake of my Lord, and they are good people. But as a missionary, I was told that do not read anything else from your religion. So if you want to take any books, religious book, do not touch them. It is not it is a good advice, that's what they say, because your mind will be messed up. But even with the Muslims, they don't say that. They don't say, but they say do not argue with the Muslims, and but they say do not read their book. So even so, I don't, Allah knows best. I don't want to comment anything on this because this issue is very, very. It would make some bad things upon me. So I think the leaders. So the leaders who are very well known, of course, they know the Quran. They read that. They are not. So don't think that the scholars, that the Mormon scholars, they don't read the Quran. Of course they read the Quran because they were facing one time with the Muslims. Inshallah, I want that. So, but when they facing with the Muslims, they want to be prepared. So, but because they read some of them, so that's why they say stay away from it, because that's totally that they can be catched. So come, my Mormon brothers and sisters, let's sit and reason.